I've read a lot of history, and I continue to read a lot of history. I'm going through a series right now on the history of Protestantism, and I hope everyone's enjoying that. I'm playing it during my regular broadcast during the week, and I'm recording a couple segments live every week, although I wish I had more time. I could do more segments, but I have a lot of work here to do at First Amendment Radio. And the problem is people, and especially Christianity, is ignorant of history. History has been hidden. Most people in America have gone to the public school system where they teach you selective history and very little of that. And what they teach you is not very factual. So people are historically ignorant, even as they are biblically ignorant. Now, there are a lot of people, there's probably a good number of Christians. I wouldn't go as far as to say a majority of Christians have read the entire Bible even. Probably a very small percentage have read the entire Bible. Those are the people that are really, it's something God puts in you early in when you become a baby Christian. He puts a love for you, for his word in you, and you have to read it. You need to devour it because you want to be close. I mean, it becomes God's letter to you. He speaks to you through it, and you can't get enough of it. So you devour the Bible. You wear out your first couple Bibles, practically speaking. And so you have this hunger and thirst. But even with that, there's a lot of history in the Bible. A good part of the Bible is history. So history is very important to God. And people who don't know history, are ignorant of history, well, they don't know a lot of things. And I'll tell you what, for instance, if you read the entire book of Revelation, then you sat down to really understand it rather than just say, well, I'm going to let my imagination run wild here. Because that's the wrong way to understand the Revelation, is to use your imagination, okay? Because chapters 6 through 18 are very cryptic and they have to be cryptic. I mean, you've got history from about the beginning of the 2nd century, because the Revelation was written right at the end of the 1st century. And so it was about things which must shortly commence or shortly come to pass and would cover the next, almost 2,000 years now. So you have a lot of history crammed into chapters 6 through 18. What is that? 12 chapters of the Bible? That makes sense somehow. 12 chapters of the Bible there. And then, of course, chapter 19 and 20 are about the consummation and the millennial reign of Christ. And then after that, we have the eternal state. Very easy to understand. The first 3 chapters are the epistles of Jesus, practically. He's speaking to the church then on the ground, talking about the condition of the church then. But there's something in those epistles for all of us, just as there were in all of the epistles that came before the Revelation, that were written to the churches at that time, which have so much for us to learn. The same for the epistles that Jesus gave to the church there at the beginning of the Revelation. Of course, chapters 4 and 5 are about the heavenly scene. There's a drama going on in heaven. Who's worthy to open the seals? And then when they discover that the Lamb of God is worthy to open the seals. So chapter 6, he starts to open the seals. And this is when the future is revealed to us for the next 12 chapters. Very cryptic. It takes a lot of understanding and a lot of study to get a grasp of what's being done there. But you can do it. You could start by reading E.B. Elliott's Horae Apocaplypticae. And you can go to horaeapocaplypticae.wordpress.com and you can start reading there. That's the 6th edition. That's the quincentennial, the Reformation edition, right? That's the new one, which we've undertaken through our cross-the-border publishing to update. But it's there free for you to read. Okay, you have to buy it. You can buy the sets there at that website if you want them in your library. But if you really want to understand the Revelation, you should start there.